He said, you really have nerve. She said, what do you mean nerve? If it's there, I want it. That was the story. That was the scene at Aventura in Public Safety.
So what happened? Did he give her the magazine?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I'll bet, for $50 worth of groceries, yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, she didn't want to threaten him, but she hadn't heard you or seen anything about it. And I wanted her, and I said, no, now we're going to Winn-Dixie, because I understand they're taking them in, too.
Yeah.
But it's just fun, and I just want to see what the reaction is. But the poor kids behind the customer, they don't know what to say.
I think it's a conspiracy. I think they're all trying to make us shop at Albertsons.
I guess so. But they didn't know what to say. One girl said, let me see the magazine. I said, you'll be interested in that. I said, because there's one there about breasts, but I guess that's kind of dirty to say. And the ladies, they got a big kick out of it. They're eating their sample ice cream cones and listening to us. That's it, babe.
Maybe they ought to put them out next to the chicken breasts.
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, they just did it for the ornery. Over some Reese hasn't talked. Doesn't make any difference.
Yeah. Okay.
Be fine. Have a good day.
You too. 26 before 1. And, of course, next time you go shopping at Publix, just remember that FCC ruling. About indecency with the bag boys, right? And earrings and all that other stuff. Man, they got an excuse for everything over there, don't they? Okay, we have 2 open lines in Dade, 624-9400, North Miami Beach. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes.
Hey, a terrific program. But I'm listening to you for a long time. Never called in, but listening a long time. I'm a native here I wouldn't say a native. I'm a pioneer here, 57 years. I don't want to mention who I am, but you probably don't. But I remember there's one thing that you got to have. Remember, every knock is a boost. And you're doing a hell of a controversial show. And it's enjoyable. In fact, I'm sitting here only on a Saturday listening to your program and getting a hell of a kick out of all that off-the-wall stuff.
Yeah, they're off the wall, all right.
And
We're
great.
scraping them off the wall.
Well, I do some television work, and I travel all over the country, and I come in contact with people from all over, from the East Coast to the West Coast, and Mid-America, all into New England. And your program is something else. And my air conditioning's been out 4 days. I don't know. Something's wrong up there. They're waiting for a part, and I'm dying here. My wife is going crazy. It's so hot. Fans are going, but it don't do no good. But I can't miss your program. And I'm sitting here, and I'm getting an awful great bang out of it. You're terrific, but remember.
You're getting a great bang, sir?
Yeah, because the way you turn these people off, you turn them on, you tell them the way it is, you stick up for your principles, you make sense. A lot of times you're far out. But it's refreshing. It's something different. You don't get it anywhere. And, geez, I'm really impressed. But I'm still sticking it out. It's so hot here, I'm sweating like a pig. But listening to your program, boy, it's really something else. I don't mind the heat.
Okay.
And you just keep on doing what you're doing. You're going to be very controversial. There's people they don't agree with everything.
Of course.
You put it on.
What do they know?
You're terrific.
Yeah.
And this is the truth.
I know.
And don't you recognize my voice?
No.
They call me the Jewish Archie Bunker. I did commercials with Milton Berle, Telly Savanas. I did my own commercials.
Are you serious?
Yeah. You know who I am, should I tell you?
Yeah.
Ollie Berger. You know Ollie? From 23rd Street, 37 years in one place.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, that's me.
Huh.
And I'm a funny character myself.
I could tell.
But you are something else. You are my kind of people.
I know.
And I live in North Miami Beach because it's very convenient for my wife when I go on the road.
Nothing's perfect. You know that.
Huh?
Nothing is perfect.
Nothing is perfect. God, people don't even like God. Some people love him and some people don't like him.
Exactly. What the hell do they know?
They're just a bunch of creeps.
A bunch of Michigoyim.
That's right.
Okay.
You're terrific.
Have a great life, sir.
Forget what I told you. Every knock is a boost.
Okay.
Okay, Neil.
Adios.
Adios.
Hasta luego.
Hasta luego.
Okay.
Oh, you laugh when I cry.
And in the course of things, after we had, and that was quite a traumatic thing for me as well.
Each time I saw the tide take our love.
Okay, it's 22 before 1. I'm not even stopping the carts well today. That's how disjointed the show has become. Let's do our second break of the hour. If you're keeping track at home, the guys who have the Sabrett hot dog stands are going to be selling hot dogs in the shape of the Pope's beanie. They're going to call them beanie weenies. 19 before, oh, look at that. I think that's an omen. That thing that just fell on the floor back there. 19 before 1 at WINZ. Our next call in Coconut Creek. Hello.
Good afternoon, Neil.
Yes, sir.
You know, this is another, I'm another caller that disagrees with you. I enjoy listening to you. I listen to you every day. But I want to ask you a question. I don't want you to cut me off. I want you to respond to it. You know, you talk about the people that listen to you, how stupid they are, and the American public is dummies, and there's 240 million Neanderthals.
No, I didn't. I never said that. I didn't say that everybody's a Neanderthal.
All the time. That's what you mean to imply. Did you ever stop to think that maybe, you know, this is the 80s, it's not the 60s or the 70s anymore, and you're the one that's out of step? People have finally come to their senses and realized.
Well, then what are you listening for?
Well, because I enjoy you. I like to listen to you whine. I like to listen to you moan.
Yeah.
I like the way you cut people off that disagree with you.
Okay. 18 before 1 at WINZ. Plantation. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Oh, hi. How you doing? What planet was he calling from?
Well, he said he liked the way that I cut off people who disagreed, so I figure I'd, give him what he wanted, so to speak.
I don't know about the FCC. I'm looking at pornography while I'm talking to you. Is that
well,
all
the
right?
next time you go to Publix, sir, just keep that FCC ruling in mind.
What does it have?
When you go to the meat department...
You have to watch your meat, is that it?
Exactly.
Oh, I got it.
Those little old ladies out there who've been squeezing the meat at Publix, look out.
Oh.
The FCC inspector may be standing under the counter.
That's right. Well, there are no constitutions in Publix. I was in Sarasota this week.
There are no human rights in Publix.
No human rights? No humans. The radio in Sarasota is...
Pretty exciting.
Oh, my God. Awful.
I used to work there.
You're kidding.
14 years ago, I worked at WSPB out there on City Island.
Doing what?
What do you mean doing what? I did a morning show. I was program director. I did a talk show for a while. I did everything out there.
They don't have anything even closely resembling a talk show out there.
No.
They have a lot of shows like Mike Ranieri in the morning.
Yeah, guys pick their nose on the air. That's good.
Yeah, play disgusting music. And the FM's awful also. I mean, not that Miami's great, but their idea of FM is light rock. They have all these stations that play elevator type of rock and roll. It was awful.
Yeah, like the Hollywood String playing "I Want Your Sex."
Well, I don't know about that. Not in Sarasota. None of that going on. Quiet out there.
Well, how bad can it be without the lyrics?
I
don't think George Michael makes it to Sarasota.
Probably not. Can I say? I was listening to Craig Worthing when he...
Well, that's obscene in and of itself, sir.
Well, that's history, but I haven't had a chance to call you. And he used to be on, and he was like the most inane individual in the world. He would get a guest on, why, I don't know, and ask them about their shoes, about the clothes they were wearing.
Well, he's big into shoes and clothing.
I don't understand. And why do people even sit there? They'll talk about a topic, and he talks about his dreams or what he did 20 years ago.
I doubt that.
The guy...
I doubt that very much.
You don't think so?
No.
Anyway.
Yeah.
He was...
Moving right along.
Moving right along. What, one other thing about Alice in the afternoon?
Yes.
Is he getting ready to, come out of the closet or something? All his shows seem to be drag queens, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Is that his new shock type of programming?
Yeah, he's a shock jock.
He's a shock to listen to.
I don't know what the story is there. I'm not really sure. It's kind of like One Day the Toe is on the Line, and remember that song, One Toe Over the Line?
Yes.
Well, I think that ought to be the theme song on that show.
You can't say that on the air.
No.
Anyway, I really like your Tammy Faye piece.
Yeah, that's a classic.
My record, or You'll Die in Hell, or something on it. Burn in Hell.
Mm-hmm.
That's their whole ball game.
Exactly.
Give me money or
buy your way to heaven.
Die in hell. One last question. I know AOR means all over the road. What does that mean?
What does what mean?
What does all over the road mean?
No, that's just my line, all over the road. AOR means adult-oriented rock, album rock.
Oh, okay, great. Very good.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Neil. I do enjoy your program.
Okay.
Goodbye.
See you in Sarasota.
Goodbye.
Okay, Gino is calling. He feels lonely. Who's Gino? Gene Stevens? No, come on, get serious. He wants me to talk about him again? Eugene Silberman. How you doing, Eugene? He's not really calling, is he? What does he want? He's on the phone? How do you know it was him? Was there silverware dripping from his telephone? Or was it just jewelry dripping from the phone? One or the other. Okay, that's fascinating. Hollywood, hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yeah.
I was watching, by accident, I watched Jimmy Swagger this morning. And, you have to watch the enemy so you can combat him. You have to know what you're doing,
After I had agreed to do that, before I left the room, he asked the question, do you think I could ever come back to PTL?
Go ahead, sir.
Well, do you believe that he had this chart up and he was showing the enemies of TV evangelists? And he had pornographers, he had humanists, and, different columns.
Yeah.
He had...
Thomas Paine.
He had the Catholic denomination up there right along with pornographers and humanists.
Yeah, that's true. They were very down on the Catholics. You bet.
Can you believe that?
Yes.
And not only that, he was showing all, how the money is spent, how he spends his money. And he was saying that, he was showing these South American countries, these people in South America, flocking to the stadiums to see him. I think they were probably passing out free hot dogs or something to everybody.
Beanie weenies.
Right. And he says, yeah, even people down in South America watch our show. And they had the cameras inside like these straw huts. And there's dirt floors, and there's poverty. And
yeah, but they all have a 26-inch Sony. Don't you understand?
A brand new 26-inch color
TV. Of course,
TV
it's a matter of priorities.
Can you believe that?
Yeah.
A joke. What a joke. And you believe that the people that watch him are gullible enough to believe that.
Somebody wanted me to talk about Gene Stevens, if I have the guts. What do they want me to talk about, other than he's a douchebag? What is there to say? I'm sorry, sir. I'm getting a message here. It's just unbelievable.
No, go ahead. I'm used to
No, there's nothing to say. I mean, I've already said it all about Gene Stevens. He's a douchebag.
I don't know who Gene Stevens is.
Well, believe me, nobody else does either.
Well, if you don't like him, I probably wouldn't either.
He's a misfit in Hallandale.
Oh, boy. That tells me a lot right there.
Right. That says it all.
Says it all. Hey, but Neil, if you could, could you play that human gas alert if you get a chance? Would you please?
Human gas alert?
That one that the siren goes off when people pass gas. That little shtick you have there.
You mean the worst alert?
I haven't heard it too. I heard it one time, and I didn't remember exactly what it was, but I heard it was pretty funny.
No, but the point is, though, I mean, if you're going to ask for bits, you got to have the name right. So for future reference, I'm just stalling for time because I can't find it. I'll find it here sooner or later. It's called the worst alert.
The worst alert. I'll remember that, Neil. Thanks a lot, huh?
In fact, that comes automatically on your radio just before the Lee Fowler show every morning.
And afterwards, too.
Well, just before Mike Thompson. Oh, here it is. Okay, boy, I'll tell you, you chuckled just right up to it. Okay, have a good day.
Later.
See you later.
Boy, great chili, honey.
Oh, thanks, dear.
At Worst Alert, we know the key to surviving household accidents is early warning.
Yeah, boy, I just love them beans.
Oh, no. Come on, kids. Help me open up these windows.
Well, hey, don't look at me. It was a dog that done it.
When the worst happens, Worst Alert is there, constantly sniffing the air for those silent but deadly personal fumes. It's the Worst Alert Personal Fume Detector. Put one in your office.
Smithers, I need this 200-page report in 1 hour.
What?
And open the window.
Put one in your car, too.
Hey, thank you for eating a burrito to go, man.
Hey, thank you.
It automatically lowers your window.
Hey, man, close your windows.
The Worst Alert Personal Fume Detector. Available now at Gas Mart and all Cheeseway stores.
I said, well, Jim, I understand the Assemblies of God are about to defrock you.
Okay, it's 9 minutes before 1 at WINZ. Let's take our last break this hour because I think we're finally... I'll tell you one thing. It's one thing, when people want to hear things. It's another thing when they become militant. You know what I'm talking about? And we have a couple of people, well, we have several people, I guess, for whatever the reason, want to hear Hallandale Vice and the Leper Condom today. And I think what we ought to do is play them back to back to get those people off our backs. But I'm a little bit nervous because I don't want to stop these carts, and I'm not sure if Jerry has re-queued.
I would be doing much as I love to care for you. I would be doing a disservice to God. And the church at large. Nobody can come back here now, ever.
Can you believe that? They both ended. That's the second time that's happened. It must be the work of the Lord. They both ended simultaneously.
They're two Miami cops with a hot new beat. They're on the streets fighting crime.
Hey, Pops, that's a handicapped space there.
Yeah. In Hallandale Vice.
We got a problem. The Gray Gang is up to their old tricks.
Lieutenant, isn't that the group of senior citizens who went around trying to get the early bird special after 7?
Yeah, they're back in town.
Let's go get them.
They'll stop at nothing to clean up the streets.
Hey, lady, you can't cross here. You'll have to cross at the light.
And they're determined to clean up the smuggling business.
All right, sister, you're under arrest.
Oh, so now you're arresting my wife. What's the charge?
Possession of powder. Open that purse, Tubbs. Let's see that white stuff. Yeah, just the thought. She's got over 100 bags in here.
Of what?
Sweet and low. From that restaurant she just came out of. Let's take them in.
Yes, there come the hit Miami cops on a hot new beat in Hallandale Vice. Premiering this fall on MBZ.
Hey, this is the time of year when everyone's a wee bit Irish. Say, Colleen, would you be wanting to come over to my place to help me wax my shillelagh?
Oh, now that I would, Matty Patrick, if you be wearing the green.
I know, there's a smart lassie. She's making sure her laddie's wearing the Kelly Green protection of lepra condoms. Don't be wishing on a four-leaf clover or falling for the gift of gab, especially if you're planning on kissing some blarney stones or what have you. Be doubling your protection with lepra condoms.
They're strong enough for a man.
But I like them too.
So, get yourself a lepra condom, and you won't be catching anything else.
Oh, you've got to be pulling my leg. Are you serious? Okay, I wish I could repeat that. I might repeat that on Monday. 5 minutes before 1 at WINZ, we have somebody in a payphone on County Line Road. Hello.
Hey, Neil. Real uplifting show early this morning.
Yeah, real positive.
I got a question for you. It's kind of a pubic service that you might be doing for the betters going out to Calder. I just got back from there. And,
Wait a minute. What do you mean you just got back from there? Post time isn't for another 5 minutes.
No, at 12:30, the window's open.
Oh, I see. In other words, you bet early.
Yeah, I went in about 25 after and got out of there.
Oh, I can't believe it. We got an honest guy here. He didn't bet with his bookie. He went to the track and advanced bet. I can't believe it.
And I'm doing it for a bunch of other people, and I was like...
Oh, well, that's okay. That's illegal. That's good.
I'm like, I know what I'm talking about. I'm going to go and make all your bets for you. They just told me their names, and here's what happens. There's a few horses that are coupled together, and I'm not touching that line, but what does that mean? I mean, I can win... If the same trainer, if either of the horses win or something like that?
Exactly. Of course there are. You mean in the Belmont?
Exactly. That's the only race I bet on.
Okay, well,
and let's just say, for example, Gone West. If that comes in, or Conquistadors comes in, you win either.
Right.
But that just seems like you're getting like two horses for the price of one.
You are. It's an entry. That's what an entry is all about. That's why the price is usually fairly low on an entry, because you got two chances. Just like Leo Castelli and Gulch are the Leroy Jolly entry.
Exactly.
Conquistadors and Gone West are the Woody Stevens entry.
Yeah, because I boxed also Perfecta, Crypto Clearance, and Leo Castelli, but I also get Gulch if that comes in with, I guess, either of those two horses.
Exactly.
How about that? Okay, so I'll be able to explain it intelligently anyways.
Yeah, when you when you tell these people you have to tear all their tickets up, you'll be able to tell them why.
And tell the people, I'll tell the people if they go in with like the lineup out of the paper, that it's totally wrong. You just go in there and say, I want the number 10. It's, Gulch in the paper. It's totally wrong. So if there's any, like, novice bettors.
Well, those are by post position.
Exactly, and that's not how they're listed in the Belmont program. So some people are going to be betting on the totally wrong horse if they just go up there throwing numbers around. So
that's true. That's why you got to buy a program. I know, it costs 50 cents. It's a big investment, but it's a good idea.
Yeah, I just tiptoed into Dade County, but now I'm making a mad dash back to Broward.
You're right on the line, huh?
Yes, sir.
Just like those talk hosts who hover on the line.
Right here by this beautiful shopping center. Oh, boy, it's just a terrible part of town, but I'm getting out of here.
Okay, stop at Royal Castle on the way back. That'll change your luck.
See Taffy there, maybe.
Okay.
All right.
Good luck to you. Okay, they're all plunging their guts out, man. That's good. He went out there early and plunged and got everybody else's money down, which is, borderline illegal, technically, but at least he admits it. Okay, when we come back, after the news break, we're going to really go nuts. And I have no idea what that means. But see, it always sounds good when you say that. Like we're going to really have what the hell day was it? It was like 2 Saturdays ago, and on Friday I said, tomorrow we're really going to have a wild show. Or we've got something wild prepared for you. I have anything prepared, as usual. The last few months, you don't prepare anything. You just come in and fly by the seat of your pants. Which is why the seat of my pants are so shiny these days. See, Larry Kent. No, do I want to get into that again about these chairs? No? Well, it's too big of a story to cover in the next 30 seconds, so we'll save that for Monday. About Larry Kent and these chairs in the talk studio. I mean, several of them. At the same time. Anyway, we will come back at 106, and then, of course, Ernie Sochin.
Neil Rogers.
Yeah, Arlene, I was the one that wadded up that stupid crap and put it in the wastebasket, okay, honey? Can we get her a little therapy before she does the next update? It's 106 at WINZ. I'm telling you, we've got just incredible. I mean, during the week, it's wild enough, but on the weekend, it's just like out of control. Out of control. Like I really have a lot to do with the programming of this radio station, right? I have everything to do with it. Anything that when it rains outside, it's Neil's fault. Everything is Neil. Now, I guess we're supposed to forget about the numbers and about the ratings and about listening. We're not here to build an audience. We're here to be a little fraternity, right? Of course. To be just a little psychotic fraternity. And I certainly qualify, because I'm as psychotic as almost anybody in the building. I do underline almost, because there are some in class by themselves. Okay, we have one open line at Dade County, 624-9400. 624-9400. Miami, hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Neil, your defense of freedom of speech and self-expression with the FCC is very laudable. But I can't understand. It seems inconsistent with your concern about the Pope's coming or about selling souvenirs. What's the difference? If they sell souvenirs for his visit, what's different between that and selling Bruce Springsteen pictures and people adulating him?
What's difference between selling souvenirs when the Pope comes and all those little souvenirs that they sell on the PTL Club?
Well, if I mean, is the same argument that you have, though, about if you don't like the programming, one can turn it off.
I didn't say that. We're starting a campaign to stop. They can do any damn thing they want. I'm making a joke out of it, and you're obviously taking it very seriously,
but I think,
which I find amusing in itself.
Well, maybe it is amusing, but it's silly. If people, whether you believe in them or not, they sell little souvenir posters anytime a visitor from Israel comes.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. They sell the little flags and the...
No, they don't.
It's
anytime a visitor from Israel comes?
Well, I don't mean to Miami. I mean if they come to New... Haven't you been in New York when Menachem Begin or seen the footage or when somebody comes over?
No, and they don't let the kids out of school when Menachem Begin comes to, or when Yitzhak Shamir comes to New York. They don't let the kids out of school.
Are you jealous because they do?
No, I'm not jealous. It's got nothing to do with what I'm jealous. It's ridiculous. It's a violation of separation of church and state. I mean, you're approaching it like a child. Am I jealous?
Well, it sounds like you're all upset about it. And
oh, yeah. Sir, I'm so upset about it. I mentioned that. What did we spend, about 2 minutes on that?
Well,
at least 2 minutes.
The point is, worse things can happen, and you turn it off if you don't like it. You don't buy it if you don't like it.
What does that got to do with letting the kids out of school when the Pope comes?
Well, if people feel that the kids are going to get something out of it, fine. And
what are they going to get out of it?
Kids to go.
What are they going to get out of it?
To get worse things.
What are they going to get out of it?
It sounds a lot like.
See, you don't want to have a conversation. You said if the kids are going to get something, I ask you a question, you pretend you're deaf. What are they going to get out of it?
The kid's going to get out of long hair. Mothers used to say when the Beatles were new.
What does that have to do with getting out of school when the Pope is here? If the Beatles were coming to town, if they were still together, they wouldn't be out of school when the Beatles came.
Sure they did.
Sir, please, spare me the pain, will you? Everybody in the audience, you all remember when the Beatles used to come to town? We used to have a school holiday, right? So all the kids, like when Elvis used to come to the convention center Did he ever come to the convention center? Could be. Who knows? But certainly if he would have, we would have let all the kids out of school. I mean, this guy is just totally irrational and taking it all so seriously. That's the bottom line, pal. The whole thing is a big joke, only we just don't want to subsidize it. And thank goodness that the school board in Broward County and the superintendent of public schools has enough guts to say no to the Pope. Humor.
First you get down on your knees, fiddle with your rosaries, bow your head with great respect, and genuflect, genuflect, genuflect.
Okay, 112 at WINZ. We've got most of the lines are open now, and of course, that's been the kind of day it's been. Not that we haven't had a lot of calls, because we did earlier, although most of them were really depressing. But the audience today, man, they're just, they're on the rag. You know, I don't know if it's the Vatican rag or which rag it is, but they're on some kind of a rag. We have an open line in Dade, 624-9400, and our new number in Broward is 524-9400. Deep Throat, hello.
How you doing, Neil?
Oh, see, we don't get any mail here on Saturday, so I'm sure it'll show up on Monday.
Oh.
Or at least I hope it shows up on Monday.
Okay, also got Jack Sturdy's Lament on there you might be able to use.
Good.
Alice Wong. Forgot about that one, huh?
Yeah. Okay, well, it sounds like I'm in for a real treat on Monday morning.
Hey, look, I'm going
to
call
come back
today.
after this show.
I'm my first time a caller.
Really?
Yeah, I usually play highlight, and I usually win. So I'm going to give Calder a shot. You got any? You don't want to give anything out today, or?
No, I don't. No, I don't do that anymore.
That's right. Okay. Well,
all I can tell you is I like the Leroy Jolly entry in the Belmont, and it's not going to pay anything.
Okay, I didn't hear that.
Leo Castelli and Gulch.
Gulch.
But it's not going to pay much.
That's okay, as long as it pays my fare.
Oh, wait a minute. I see Perfect Parade is running again today in the 8th race. On the grass.
Okay.
Look out.
All right. Thanks, Neil.
Okay, good luck.
Bye-bye.
Can't believe that. I happen to have the entries right in front of me here. And I'm not touting anything, but I gave him out last week, and he won rather easily. And it looks basically like it's the same field again, or at least a lot of the same ones. Texola Joe and Perplejo, he beat him before. London Exchange Canadian winner, pretty much the same field. So look out in the 8th race. Miami, hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing today?
Okay.
All right. Boy, it's amazing. Some of these people that call actually probably have driver's licenses.
I know.
Jeez. Hey, you know, speaking of the Catholics, I went to Catholic school in Ohio, and my buddy's mom used to clean up the rectory or wherever they lived, you know, and she always used to find all kinds of used rubbers and, used condoms in the waste baskets and stuff. Nuns used to drop out of school being pregnant. About 25% of the priests were gay, which I don't have anything against.
Wait a minute. Wait, what percent?
About 25%.
Oh, man, that's...
which is fine with me.
That's a low figure, let me tell you.
Speaking of...
maybe 95%.
Well, I didn't want to go that high, but 25% I knew were gay, which is fine. And the funniest thing out of all, there was the head nun. She was the principal of the school.
The head nun?
Yeah, the head nun. What kind of meat do priests eat on Friday? None.
Moving right along.
Okay. Anyhow, this head nun there got knocked up by the basketball coach. I just thought that was funny as could be. Two old goobers were doing it in the head office. Well, have a good day, Neil.
What did she give birth to, a little basketball?
I guess, yeah. My mom told me this.
Okay, well, it must be true then.
Later.
Okay. It's 118 at WINZ. Well, I feel like I'm on, about 33 RPM today, like the show is on 16 or something, you know? Maybe it's just me. We have an open line in Dade at 624-9400. Somebody said that he saw on Entertainment Tonight that Pat and Anita will be doing a music and promo tour for Anita's book, Rising from the Ashes. Boy, that's exciting. I understand that Pat is contributing the photographs in the insert. 119 at WINZ. Let's... 122 at WINZ. Don't forget psychotic news headlines coming up at the top of the hour, and then we'll have Ernie Sochin along from 2 to 7. What are you laughing about? This is the honest show. I'm just telling it like it is. As a matter of fact, the last 5 minutes, I'm going to laugh and puke and claw at the wall and make guttural sounds and, because we want a good build-up. Boy, this cigar is getting to me, I'm telling you. It's either a cigar, the show, or a combination of both. What do you want? Are you, you must want something.
No, I just want to show you a letter. But
What is it, more gossip?
No.
It's the WINZ Yenta. Renta Yenta is in the building again. He didn't create enough problem here this morning.
We got a boonbox request from Merritt Island.
Merritt Island. Oh, is that the island that Merritt Steerheim bought? I'm reading the letter, folks, so just cool it. He's a life member of the NRA and a reader of the Spotlight. He also reads New York Times and the Washington Post. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Did this guy send an envelope?
Yeah, we sent it out.
Oh, we sent him a boombox?
Today.
What a shame. If I'd have known that, I would have turned the envelope up. What an idiot. Merritt Island. Yeah, there are a lot of open-minded, progressive people on Merritt Island.
He probably drives a pickup truck.
Yeah. He's got designer sheets. Not on his bed, either. Boy, pathetic. He's almost as sick as somebody I know in the newsroom. Okay, where are we going next? Hey, listen, I've just only begun. I mean, if they want to start with me, trust me, I can do 6 weeks on her. You know what I'm saying? Without non-stop. No problem. Just do the job and shut up, honey. That's all we want. No more psychosis and the bitching and belly aching. This is a business. We're here to succeed, to get numbers, to build an audience, not to pacify people's psychosis, right? Oh, wait a minute. Here comes a message. Oh, she's a personality? Could have fooled the hell out of me. Pembroke Pines, hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes.
I hear Glen and Fruitcake are getting their own show. Is this true?
On the phone together, yeah.
On together. All right, listen, did you see Linda Thornton last night on Nothing on 17 on Web Show?
Oh, you've got to be kidding. Now, do you think that I'm going to be watching Don Webb on Channel 17?
Hey, she mentioned you, gave you a little boost there.
Yeah, very little. Nobody watches that.
There was a Lenny Bruce documentary on late last night also.
Yeah?
Opposite Ted Koppel. I don't know if you caught that or not.
No.
It was pretty good. Had a lot of old footage of him and Steve Allen together doing some bits. It was pretty funny.
Huh.
Pretty weird.
Almost as funny as Ted Koppel.
Well, it was much funnier than Ted Koppel. I clicked on that during the commercial. It was pathetic.
Are you using a cheap phone?
No, this is a Bell telephone. Right here, I'm in Pembroke Pines. Who knows?
Sounds like you've got it stuffed in somewhere. I'm not sure where.
There earlier.
It's real muffled. Oh, you had it there earlier, yeah.
Out now.
Something must have got on it.
Now, you're becoming a big celebrity in Gainesville. I make tapes of you and send them up to my friends. And
I know.
Circulate them around. And
yeah.
You're becoming very big up there.
Oh, I'm pretty big down here, too.
Is the ad in this week's Voice or next week's Voice?
This week. I think it's supposed to be, but we don't know because we haven't found one yet.
I've been looking. I looked through the issue.
Glenn has been too busy spreading rumors around the building to get one.
Well, I got the June 9th. With
yeah.
Radio Hell on the cover, and I didn't see anything about it. I didn't see the ad anywhere, so maybe you'll get lucky to be in next week's. Who knows? Well, have a good life, Neil.
Well, what does that mean? The June 9th?
That's this week's. They come, magazines come out, and they take them off of the stand, the date that's on the cover.
Yeah.
New one comes out on Tuesday.
And there's no ad in there for so far?
All through it, Neil. I didn't see it. Looked everywhere in the ad.
Yeah. Well, that's Glenn. See, Glenn is right on top of these things.
Articles are good, Nat Henry.
He's so busy giving rumors to Fruitcake that he doesn't have time to take care of this stuff.
Well, it's a good issue to read anyway. It's got a good stuff about New York radio and a good article.
Oh, that ought to be exciting, yeah.
This is a busy issue to be in, too. About radio health, about the big thing with Tipper Gore and Coop and everybody. It's really good.
Yeah, I know.
All right, take it easy, Neil. I'll get off this cheap phone.
Get a new phone, will you, please? Seriously, get a new phone.
All right, bye.
Okay. That was pathetic. It sounded like he was down there with Mike Thompson and the Tidy Bowl Man together again in stereo. What are the rumors now? Guy's got more rumors. He ought to have. He spends all day flitting around like a butterfly from one spot to another. Just spreading rumors.
I forgot.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Okay, I won't tell.
No, listen, you might as well do it now. You've titillated the audience. You've piqued their curiosity. Well, in addition to which, if you waste a little bit of time, we won't have to take any more calls.
Fellas, you're glad to see me.
Oh, listen, this show today. I thought when I came in here this morning, we were having a good time pulling that thing out of the...
that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
What did he say about me? Did he say something about me?
Said you were a moron.
Oh.
And that if you ever were on the air again, that he was going to come here and blow the station up. Other than that, he thinks you're okay.
At the big meeting.
So you were a troublemaker, a divisive rumor monger, that at Love 94 you had Irene Richard in tears every day.
Yeah, I think it was the other way around.
Well, something like that.
Yeah, I think it was the other way around.
She was great, boy. The day she was on this show, she was almost as good as Arlene Ross. In fact, what we're going to do, we're going to have Arlene is going to go over there and be psychotic on that station, and Irene is going to come here and do the psychotic news.
Don't encourage Irene, okay? Don't even talk.
Little Richard?
Don't even talk about her.
Isn't that her nickname, Little Richard?
No. I can't say her nickname.
Her nickname on the air, I know.
No.
It's one of those words on my list.
It sure is.
Douchebag.
Combination, actually, a couple of them. Sort of a compound word.
Well, let me
anyway.
ask you, is part of it mother?
Yeah, well,
okay.
I refuse to answer on the grounds. That
it might be true.
Yeah, exactly.
So you got more rumors for us, huh?
Well,
we heard that the rumors were denied on IOD yesterday. They came on the air and said, Neil, it's not true. We're still here.
Yeah. And did you hear about all the hysterical phone calls they had at the station
From
yesterday?
old ladies, from old bags. That's their whole IOD audience over there. They got about 10 old bags.
They did have the big meeting yesterday. And part of the...
Well, wait a minute. Which one?
The big programming...
You mean the meeting between Rick Edwards and...
No. Their big strategy meeting. Their big, the new schedule meeting. What they're going to do with Steve Kane. We talked about it all yesterday.
With who?
Kane.
We don't mention him anymore.
Oh, that's right.
We don't recognize him.
SK.
Yeah. Just refer to him as the DeSisto school host.
I can't wait for
How to raise your children and make them hate your guts. Just run around in front of them naked all day, that's all.
I can't wait for his wrestling shows. Those are the
those would be your favorites,
right.
yeah.
Anyway,
a bunch of silly queens in tights running around. That's great. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Part of the meeting
Why can't you ever get these things out? We invite you to come on here and you go on and get into everything except the meat of the matter. Why can't you ever get to the point? You're one of the biggest obfuscators. You just throw up this smoke screen, this cloud.
Right.
And hang it over the truth instead of just coming right out and laying it on the line and being concise and precise, specific. Do like they do in the newsroom, You remember the newsroom? We used to have all those people in there taking a salary. You know me, of course. I'm trying to get rid of all those people. That's the latest rumor.
It's all his fault. He hates the news.
It sounds to me like
I love that news, man. I love hearing that news over and over and over again. I love it when they get on the air and laugh a lot. What is that? Have you got the news sounder? No, don't do that. Wait until about 1:59 and crank it up full blast. Open the pot wide open. The teletype. Oh, you got the old teletype? Has that come back, or is that the new teletype? The new one. Forget it. If I want to hear fingernails scratching on the blackboard, I'll do my own on this blackboard. Now get to it, will you please? What is it that you want to tell us? Spit it out.
A part
troublemaker
of the meeting that they had yesterday.
Who had? The
WIOD.
All right, first of all, let's realize that the people who are listening now, even though this audience is pretty loyal, although today they're not so great, but, they're there a lot of the time. But they're not just listening,
right.
This isn't their life. It's just a radio show. Not my life.
In like 2 sentences, shall we recap yesterday?
You can do 10 sentences. I don't care. We got 29 minutes to go.
We told
Ernie's got a great guest today, by the way. Ernie's got, who is that guy? Fred Altcocker. For all the old prunes out there, Ernie's going to pick on old people again today. Look out. He's going to do a number on you. They're going to send you back your Metamucil from last week. They're going to be so upset. And you ought to see what's going to be in it. A free sample. Okay, I'm sorry.
Metamucil.
Let's get serious. He did a show. He did 5 hours on being buried in Metamucil or something. He wanted to be packed in Metamucil. You should have seen. We come in this morning, and there's a mic stand.
Oh, what was
this big, grotesque...
Like a crane You know, with a mic on the end
like
of it.
Crane, you know, like you put on.
Is that was just
like
the
you put on
beginning.
gefilte fish. Crane.
We threw the
Is
rest
that one of
away.
these scientific
It was sitting there like that,
and hooked on
screwed
that
into the table. You notice how Rick Edwards
crane.
put these 4 holes in the table, and there was this big, ugly. It's like really a lamp.
Is it
boom.
Stan Major? Does he have special requirements?
It's like a lamp.
Well, who's putting all this? Yesterday there was this big electronic microphone.
Maniac, Rick Edwards, the corporate chief engineer. It's called job justification. When he comes into town, he's got to mess up something, or they don't know what he's doing on the payroll. We've been wondering for a long time what he's doing on the payroll.
Is he still on the
They
payroll?
spend millions over in Pinellas Park.
Check the Saturday morning list.
They spend millions over in Pinellas Park to improve the signal, and somebody over there, I don't want to mention Bob's name, told me that all the signal now goes into the bay. They're big in porpoise, in dolphins in Tampa Bay, man. They're number 1. They're number 16 in the market.
Out of.
And the fish don't even listen on porpoise. It's the only thing that they can pick up. Go ahead, I'm sorry. Now, recapping yesterday.
We gave all the rumors.
I don't know what all these people are waiting on hold for, because the chances of my speaking to them, slim and none.
They're waiting for my show, perhaps.
Hopefully. Yeah, all those old bags are waiting. Fred Altcocker is going to be on today talking about singlehood.
This Del Rey call's probably long distance.
Are you long distance? Del Rey? Hello. There's nothing but a click there. There's nobody there. Just let me handle the phone, okay?
All right.
Don't start. He just won't leave any. He's always got to get his fingers into everything else. You notice that? You're just a yenta, just a roving yenta. He had a 40-minute conversation off the air with Fruitcake this morning.
Not.
I know all about it. I hope Mark Kuhn is listening.
I did not, Mark.
Yeah. Yes, he did.
I do not.
He told him everything. He told him that Arlene was going to be locked up in Gary Lawrence's office over the weekend to see if we can't calm her down. Told her everything.
Yeah. Told her everything, yeah. I did not. Why are you saying that? I didn't.
Just for the hell of it.
Yeah, I know.
Because you're a yenta. We're trying to cure you of this compulsive gossiping.
Right.
You're incredible. No, it's true. You now admit it.
What?
You have a problem.
A problem?
Yes.
With what?
You're compulsive. You're just chronic.
I can't
Like,
help
for example,
it.
yesterday, Ernie sat right in you were in the same 2 chairs during a break, and Ernie said, am I still going to be here after this weekend? And you just started...
None of this is true.
Ernie, is it true?
No.
Is it true?
He is a master obfuscator.
Yeah.
Is that all right to say on the air?
See,
Okay.
They would call it a liar if they were referring to the president, but in your case, we're trying to be nice. So we call it obfuscation.
Why do you think people tell me all these things that I don't even
Because
want to
they know
know
you're going to repeat them. It's just an accident. See, they just accidentally. He just bumps into information. He can't get out of the way of it.
Quite a bit of turmoil in radio land yesterday.
Oh yeah, well I know that. Well,
and that was all you. That wasn't my act.
No, well that was on
had
purpose.
In fact, even now, I disavow any of the rumors you're going to hear about 20 minutes from now.
Me too.
But let's hear them anyway.
I disavow. Well, no, first we have a commercial break to do, which will kill 3 minutes.
Oh, thank God.
And then Ernie's going to come along with... Well, that's true, Glenn. 20 minutes before 2. I'm telling you, we got all these paranoid old bags, all these biddies out there in the audience, all these yentas. And, of course, you wind up talking to them because that's where you get most of your information. You're next. I thought I got rid of Kathy West to get you in here. Isn't that the popular rumor?
Yeah.
From the yentas?
Yeah.
From those old biddies with all their old wives' tales.
Did you see Linda Thornton
Those
last night,
Alta
perhaps?
Bobachkis. No, somebody was just asking me that. She was on with
most,
Don Webb.
Most complimentary about Neil Rogers. She said, you're the first AM talk host that has actually brought young people to AM radio and that your ratings are fantastic.
You never
And
know it today.
Just glowing reports. And never mention my name once.
What did Don Webb say?
Don Webb said, gee, that's nice. And now we go on to the next. Was he a talk host in this town?
He is.
He is now?
W Snooze.
Oh, are you
When?
serious?
I'm
He
sorry, I
has
must have
been
missed
fired and rehired so many times
Every
on that
station,
station.
But he's not there now, is
Yes,
he?
he does.
When?
In fact,
What hours?
He's overnight on the weekend, like 1 to 5 in the morning when everybody's sleeping.
I guess
And
I
he
thought-
did overnights when Craig Worthing was doing afternoons.
This is an exciting industry.
You know so much about it too, Ernie. Gee.
Yeah, Don Webb is, talk about pseudo-intellectual. He brings in a Roget's thesaurus. I'm serious.
Right?
And sees how many big words he can use. He doesn't even understand what they mean.
And then there was a
like
woman.
Hello.
There was a woman on this show last night with you. Do you know who she was that was doing the interviews? And she was screaming at her guests, just literally screaming at them for some reason.
Meredith Verdi.
Is that? Yeah, she.
Yeah, that's Don's.
Very pretty lady.
Yeah, Meredith Verdi.
Is that Don's what? He's not related.
His assistant.
Oh,
No,
assistant.
his partner.
But Linda was most complimentary. What is going on here? We're having a private tete-a-tete.
Oh, boy.
What is a tete-a-tete? Have you ever been to a tete-a-tete?
Not
I've been
this
to
year.
Bagel and Lux breakfast, things like that. Never been to a tete-a-tete.
You know who that was?
No.
Your friend.
Why do you call him that?
Fruitcake.
I know him about as well
I'm
as
calling
you do.
Sergeant Weish at Metro on Monday, and your friend is going to be real busy for the next couple of months.
I would like to
He better
know.
go on his vacation real soon.
He is, he's a witch. He's a witch.
He is.
He knows what's going on. And if he says something, I don't question him for one moment.
What did he say?
See, there he goes. What did he say? He said Glenn Hill is the one that gave me all the information.
He did not say that.
Is that what he said?
No, he did not.
Do you know what the plural of Yenter is, Glenn?
No.
Hadassah.
That's good.
I can afford
That was Ernie that said that, folks. Well, you're finished now.
The Jewish guy, right?
Yeah.
Why did you ask for my magazine, by the way? Any special
What is that,
reason?
Cosmo?
Yeah, it said...
Oh, it had something in here I wanted to
Well, I want to see
I
that. Has that got some naked breasts in it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This is the June issue of Cosmo.
I tried to do a whole show on it yesterday,
you.
but I had no takers. Look at that. These are the girls that need to enhance themselves, would you believe?
How to build a better...
This is the magazine.
How to build a better mousetrap?
Yeah, this was the magazine taken
No, that
off
was the caption under the Pat Boone picture, How to Build a Better Mousetrap.
Well, that's about the size of it. This magazine was taken off the shelves at several public supermarkets.
And Winn-Dixie.
Along with the salamis, bolognas.
Never mind.
Are you going to tell us the rumors?
About
I only
Bill
got 15
Cosford and the
minutes,
pea
and then I
soup.
get into my show, which is too exciting to even bother with rumors.
I think we'll just
what's the big deal with this? There are a couple of, there are 3 pair of breasts.
Yeah, they come in pairs generally.
Yeah. I see that pair on the ground here, too.
Yeah. But
no,
do you see any reason? Would you stop patronizing Publix
First of
because
all,
of that?
you've got to leaf through it desperately to find it, first of all. So what difference would it make to have the magazine on the shelf, on the stand?
You would have to look through it. Of course, my copy automatically opens to those pages now.
Oh,
but Glenn,
these
is that
guys,
why you wanted this?
These fanatical
you wanted to
religionists
look at the
pubics.
commercials.
I'll show you.
No, you don't have time to leaf through there. You're going to give them a recap of where you were yesterday when we were starting all this.
We were giving all the gossip, the rumors that we heard, not from Fruitcake at all. Did not come from
That kid
Fruitcake.
is turning into a real, he was right on the borderline, of really we were about to accept him into our hearts and our minds. And every time you're on the verge of doing that, he just absolutely can't control himself. Then he
have to give him credit.
Then
for
he
one
loves
thing.
to call it. Oh, it's Ken Block.
Wait a
It's
minute.
Ken Block. This kid needs serious help.
I heard him on with Dr. Meltzer the other night. Did you hear him?
I heard him at 2:15
He
in the
had
morning.
Meltzer going for about a half an hour, and I don't think Meltzer ever realized who he was talking about.
He's
He
real
wouldn't know
funny.
him.
Like terminal cancer is funny.
So,
yes, picking up where you left off 20 minutes ago.
We gave all the rumors yesterday. You were here for part of it, Ernie.
I got
we
part of
told
the rumors, right?
New WIOD lineup when what's his name joins them in July.
Right.
And
you said something about Miss Payton's contract
leaving. Her contract expires, I think, July 11.
Right.
Something like that, July 9.
Yeah.
And Mike Miller will be gone. Got them all upset over there.
Well, Mike Miller's going where?
PLP. He's taking Bob Lassiter's place.
Okay.
Yeah, these are real rumors.
Well, now we're really rolling.
Well, anyway, as I understand it, part of the big strategy meeting they had over there yesterday at WIOD, part of the discussion, Neil, was they wanted to put Sandy on with Ranieri in the morning, a 2-person show. And Ranieri...
Sugar cookie.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Michael, sugar
Ranieri
cookie.
hit the ceiling.
Yeah, I imagine.
Threatened to quit.
He must be having a nervous breakdown just having to do 9 to 10 again every morning.
Threatened to quit if they put her on with him. That's the latest. Yeah, so they're not. She will not go on and do the morning
What
show.
about the snooze story?
Well, no, wait a minute. But what about the rest of the lineup? The rest of the story, as Paul Harvey would say.
Well, we covered that yesterday. What's his name? Steve will do 10 to 2. 10 to 2. And what's his name? Paul Lyle.
I don't believe that.
We'll do 2 to 6.
Even Mike Anthony's not that stupid.
Who is Paul Lyle?
Paul Lyle.
Paul
Lyle has been offered.
He makes Ron Sachs sound like Walter Cronkite, okay?
Where is he now? Is he a
financial news?
He fills in, he does financial news, he's got just a terrible voice, no personality, he's pathetic.
Right.
Perfect for IOD.
Yeah.
Like I said.
Well, he has been offered the 2 to 6 shift in the afternoon.
By whom? By Fruitcake?
No.
Fruitcake called him up at home last week.
Oh,
this is a true story.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No.
And he said, you better be prepared. Paul Lyle. And said, you better be prepared to do 2 to 6. They're going to offer you the job. I handed this. That part is true. I know that for a fact. And he can deny it from here till the end of time. I know it's true. Because I was sitting there in Paul's house when the call came in.
And then from 6 to, then they have the sports thing.
Sports talk for 4 hours, and then Bill is going to be trapped there at night.
Yeah, from 11 to 3. Whatever.
From whenever the ball game ends till 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
And what about Snooze? What is their new lineup?
Well, wait a minute. Let's do our last break. It's 12 minutes before 2 here on Yenta, USA, and we'll come right back. Okay, everybody get ready. Stick your finger deep in your throat, and let's go.
Neil calls Al Alice, but does so with no malice. Even though Al Rantel rips off all of Neil's shows. Then there's Lee Fowler, whose show gets worse by the hour. It's hard to figure out which way Al and Lee go. Pushing the buttons to find good talk radio.
Okay, that's enough. Get rid of that. Okay, the embarrassment factor is too great. Okay, when we left you last here on Yenta, USA, can you imagine this could be bigger than Entertainment Tonight?
Could be. Could be.
Huh?
He doesn't have the legs of...
What, it was ringing? Did we miss it? Oh, must have been that psychotic kid again. Okay, I'm sorry. When we left during the break, you were right where? You were at Paul Lyle's house in the living room.
No, you were.
While Fruitcake was calling, interfering in business again, you know?
Yeah, right. Boy.
I'm telling you.
What a great science fiction thing that could be.
I guarantee you one thing. Joe Zagacki is prepared to pay serious money for that kid's home address, and I have it.
What if Fruitcake is like the master control behind all of the AM stations, and he's just playing with us like pawns, like toys, you know? Let's see, I think I'll move this guy here.
In his mind, he is, no question about it.
But he's doing it. He knows. Yeah. He knows before the people in the station.
Joe Zagacki would pay serious money for that child's home address.
Joe, I got it, too.
And Joe has all of that sports equipment, you know, like hockey sticks and baseball bats, aluminum bats.
One of those masks like Jason from
exactly. Friday the 13th, part 72.
That's what Joe looks like when he heads down to Kendall.
No, that's what Fruitcake looks like. Boy, I'm telling you, this market, only in Miami, you know?
I know.
That's master. Well, where else do you have as active a talk show market as you do here? There's no place in the world that has what we have going on in Miami. Three English speaking, 4 Espanol.
Yeah. That's true. Okay, now where were you?
He was telling us.
You were in Paul Lyle's living room, and Paul was saying, if you just cough up a few more bucks.
I was not. That was it. That was all the new rumor. I already told it, you know, about Sandy and what's
No, but you were about to tell us about Snooze.
Oh, well.
W Snooze,
just
remember
that Sandy could easily pop up on W Snooze. You know, Lee's been after her for a while.
So we hear.
Yeah. And I don't know, just myself personally, I wouldn't be surprised to see Mike Miller go over there, but I haven't heard anything.
Are you serious?
I haven't heard anything.
Mike Miller at W Snooze?
I have a feeling he may have talked to him.
Boy.
He may have
change
talked
the call letters to W Lose. I wonder if WLS in Chicago would give up their call letters. W Lose. Of course, they're already doing that.
Yeah. No, I don't know. That's just the latest. I'd love to get them upset.
What about WKAT? Is anything happening over there?
Let's do it. Let's do about 5 minutes on that idiot Jack McDermott.
Yeah, I ripped him this morning. Did you know I read Tom's column this morning in its entirety?
You know, Stan the Music Man is a nice guy, too.
Yeah.
And he's got plenty of money. He doesn't need that grief over there. And Jack McDermott allegedly involved in a charitable contest, just a fun thing, and gets all bent out of shape because he came in third.
They were challenging one another and how much donations they could.
Yeah, and totally forgot what it was all about.
Yeah.
This is an exciting
ego
business
thing
to be a part of. It really
And
is.
the thing of it is, Jack McDermott is such a jerk to begin with. Nobody even knows who he is.
You know, he called me and, said he was against your So Far campaign.
Yeah.
He agreed with the FCC. That shows you where he's at, right there.
He's an idiot.
He's a jerk.
A moron. A douchebag.
Why don't you just say what you really feel now?
He's a pretty good guy.
Okay.
He is a jerk.
Yes, he is.
Never call me again, Jack.
Don't call us, Jack. We'll call you.
Yeah.
You jerk. Mung brain.
Thank you.
Other than that, he's a pretty good guy. Though,
Rotten old fart. Is that it? We still have 3 minutes to go here before the psychotic headlines.
Oh, we do. We have 3 more minutes to fill. Oh, wait,
How about if we did 5 minutes of psychotic headlines?
God.
I'm having my show interrupted by a horse race today. I want everyone to know.
Oh, yeah, you're belly aching about that. I told him the
some.
real reason for that, because Ali Sheba's an Arab horse.
Some horse race.
If his name was Sal Sheba, then you'd be all excited about
it. Some horse races interrupting Ernie's show.
Yeah.
Some
well,
horse
Belmont, the third
Belmont is in
jewel of the Triple
Massachusetts.
Crown.
Where is... Oh, that's
Yeah,
a brother.
Belmont, Massachusetts.
I'm really not into horse racing. I never have been.
You and Tony Segreto would get along well. You're obsessed with tennis. That's all you know is from tennis.
But only to play it. I don't even enjoy watching it. I just don't enjoy sitting back watching tennis or even basketball. Everyone's all excited about this.
I don't like basketball.
Oh, I'm not excited about it. I'm just glad to see the Celtics lose.
Yeah.
That's the only
upsetting.
thing.
That
that you're upset about.
Ernie, I love tennis.
Do you?
It's like I'm like you. It's like the only sport I can really get into. I know. Well, I enjoyed the horses too. Well, I do enjoy the horses.
The horses are all like a thing of
Mr.
chance.
Chameleon. He changes colors.
Oh, I do not.
As he walks into a green room and his face turns green. And he walked into a brown room here to the studio and he turned brown, which was incredible.
Why do you say
his
that?
tongue turned brown.
I do enjoy the horses.
You're like Mike Miller. You got a brown tongue.
Don't even kid about that. Don't compare me to Mike Miller.
Why, you both got about the same amount of hair. It's true.
Oh, God.
As a matter of fact, have you ever seen Glenn and Mike Miller together in the same room? Never.
Forget it.
Never.
You don't think that...
Oh, boy. Would that be something? It's like a Clark Kent disguise. When he puts the glasses on, he's Glenn Hill.
We were wondering
and
what your major means
off,
of
he's
support
Mike
was.
Miller.
Now we know.
Okay, tell us about Steak and Shake going out of business.
Yeah, right. Oh, God. Yeah,
if he tells me that all the Godfathers have gone out of business, then I'll know it's
Arby's
Mike Miller.
is moving their headquarters to Miami.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Apparently,
perfect.
I scooped you on that one, Glenn.
Yeah. Apparently the Godfathers are still open from... didn't we get some calls about that?
Some wrong calls.
Oh, okay.
Ask Fruitcake. He's probably into that, too.
Oh, yeah. Let's call
he
Fruitcake.
owns Godfathers.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he is master control for all the... You ever see those science fiction movies where everyone wants to know who Mr. Big is?
Just to...